What's happening, my Jack family? Coach Scott here, jacked40.com and shreddedafter40.com. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 changes that I've made to my diet over the years that has helped me get lean and stay lean after 40. Change number 1 is the most important change that I ever made to my diet, and that is that I eliminated all feelings of guilt associated with the dieting experience. Now, prior to losing 50 pounds 10 years ago, I struggled with yo-yo dieting, trying to lose that 50 pounds of fat, and I attribute a lot of that struggle to the feelings of guilt associated whenever I would go off plan. I was always trying to be picture perfect with whatever diet plan I was following, whether it was a carb cycling diet, intermittent fasting style diet, whatever diet I was following, I wanted to follow it to a T. So whenever I would start to eat a cookie or a couple cookies that weren't a part of my plan, I would start feeling guilty for eating those foods. Think, why the heck can't I stick to this plan? What's wrong with me here? Here I go again. And as soon as I experienced those feelings of guilt, beating myself up in that moment, I would just start eating more and more. I think, well, since I've already blown the diet, I'm really gonna blow it today. I'd pig out, tell myself that, all right, I'm gonna start again tomorrow, or I'll start again Monday. And I repeated that cycle over and over again. And what helped me eliminate those feelings of food guilt was change number 2, and that was adopting a flexible dieting lifestyle. Recognizing that what's most important to get lean and stay lean after 40 is to hit your calorie target for the day or for the week while consuming an adequate amount of each macronutrient and micronutrient. So as opposed to like other diet plans where I may have to wait till the 3rd day or 4th day to have a higher carb day and incorporate some of my favorite treats, or wait till the weekend when it was a cheat day to incorporate my favorite treats, I could have any of my favorite treats any day at any time, as long as it's hitting my calorie target for the day or for the week. This kind of nutritional freedom, it just relieved stress from the process. It's kind of like when you tell someone you can't have something at a certain point, it just consumes their thoughts. Like, I can't have it till the weekend. Like, oh my God, I can't wait till the weekend. I can't wait till the weekend when I can have this treat. I could have it at any time, and because I knew I could have it any time, I tended to think about treats less often. It just became less important to me, I guess. And when I wanted a treat, I would have it. It would curb any craving that I may have had, and it hit my calorie target for the day or for the week. If I went a little bit overboard on my calories for the day, I knew I could make up for it the following day. So just having this kind of nutritional freedom really eliminated guilt from the experience. So whenever I had a treat, I didn't feel bad about it because I knew, hey, I'm still hitting my calories target for the day or for the week. I'm still going to achieve my goal. Everything is cool. I'd say in the beginning, like 80% of the time, I was still consuming whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods. 20% of the time was it's highly processed foods. I have really graduated more and more towards 90 to 95% of the time. I'd say most often, I'm like 95% of the time, I'm consuming whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods because that's what helps me fuel my best, perform at my best, like live my life to the fullest. And when I want to have my treat, I'm going to enjoy my treat. But I find I desire them a little bit less because I guess all the whole natural nutrient foods that I'm consuming really taste phenomenal, preparing them in a way that make my taste buds dance. But it really does, I'm all about feeling my best, and those foods allow me to feel my best. And I cherish those moments when I do have those treats. It's not like I'm restricting myself 95% of the time from those treats. It's just I'm craving them less. But again, once again, I'm not feeling guilty at any time whenever I have them in my diet. This brings me to change number 3, which is keeping my cheat days in check and really having them fewer and far between. So basically, because I was adopting this flexible dieting approach and realizing that I could have a treat any day, when I do have treats, it's not like I'm like, oh my God, I've got to get as much of this in me as I possibly can because tomorrow I've got to get right back to my rigid routine and eating whole natural foods the entire time there until next weekend when I have another cheat day. It's like I can have a treat again tomorrow, so I just enjoy that treat to the point of satisfaction, following the old golden rule of eating in moderation. And this has done wonders not only for my physique, like getting lean and staying lean, but just feeling better overall. I did used to enjoy cheat days. I'd find like Friday nights out with the guys, I'd pig out like crazy. It was a fun experience and everything in the moment for a little while, but I really found like towards the end of the night, I wasn't getting as much enjoyment out of the food I was eating. I was just eating for the sake of eating. Then I'd come home, I'd experience acid reflux, I'd feel full and bloated. My digestive system would be out of whack for the next few days, which make me feel sluggish. My performance wouldn't be good. And because I ate in such excess, I would then have to drastically reduce my calories for several days afterwards in order to kind of undo that damage, kind of hit my calorie target for the week. So yeah, as being flexible with my diet, like allowing myself to eat treat foods in there, but in order to hit my calorie target for the day or for the week, it meant I had to be very restrictive for the rest of the week. So that made little room for any kind of treats afterwards, and it made the dieting experience a lot more challenging, a lot more stressful on myself. So I found that just spreading out those treats, like eating to the point of like around your maintenance level calories or even just slightly above. If you eat like just 300, maybe even 500 calories more on one day, you can easily make that up over a day, really, if you wanted to, or even if you're making it up throughout the week, it's going to be such a subtle little change in your diet and your calorie intake that you're not going to notice it so much. Whereas if you eat thousands of calories over your maintenance one day, you're going to have to drastically reduce your calories the following days in order to make up for that. So really, it's been all about feeling my best once again and performing my best, and it just helps keep things consistent. It kind of keeps you out of that diet restrictive eating kind of mentality. It's like you're still allowing yourself treats when you want to, you're allowing yourself to feel your best, perform your best, without going overboard and without that kind of binge, kind of purge type experience, or the binge and very restrictive type experience there. It's more leveled off, and I just find that has made a huge impact on getting lean and staying lean after 40. Change number 4 that I made to my diet was putting an end to bulking and cutting, any unnecessary fat gain during a muscle building phase. What I have noticed during the past 10 years is that whether I've gained 30 pounds, 20 pounds, 10 pounds, even 7 pounds during a muscle building phase, the outcome is the same when it comes to building muscle. Basically, the amount of muscle that I gain is going to be the exact same. So why gain all that excess fat if there's going to be no extra payoff in the end, and if it's going to mean that you're going to have to spend months dieting, months in deprivation? So I would much rather keep things more consistent, a nice gentle surplus, consuming enough calories that will allow you to build muscle with minimal fat gain in the process. You're going to gain some fat when you're in a calorie surplus building muscle. There's no way around it. I wouldn't try to not gain any fat during a muscle building phase, but you want to keep that fat gain at a minimum, especially when it's not going to serve you in any way, shape, or form. It's not going to benefit you. If anything, it's going to hinder you because you're going to have to spend more time restricting your calorie intake and less time in maintenance or muscle building mode throughout the year. So I have really found that a gentle surplus, I mean, for men over 40 with decades of lifting experience under their belt, really, I mean, what the research shows is like 60 to 100 calorie surplus is all we need to build muscle. And you may even gain some fat in that process. So taking a smart approach that's going to allow you to spend less time dieting throughout the year is going to serve you well. And the biggest benefit I experienced from this approach is that it really teaches you, it's a learning experience in how much you should consume to keep your weight fairly stable for the most part, as opposed to the bulking and cutting approach where it's all about extremes. When you're in muscle building mode, it's all about excess. And I find you're less likely to be conscious of what you're consuming. And you're just thinking to yourself, all right, I went overboard today, whatever, I'm gonna be cutting in a few months anyways, I'll burn it all off then. And then again, you get into that point where it's all about deprivation mode, and you're thinking, my God, I can't wait till this cut is over so I can finally pig out again, or at least eat more and more again. Whereas here, like with this gentle calorie surplus, you really settle into a good groove. You really establish a great set point, and it's still giving you enough opportunity to challenge your body, to push your body to grow. So it's an approach that just feels best to me. I don't like the two extremes. I don't like the mindset that's involved in the extremes there, especially at this stage of the game, us men over 40 with lots of years of lifting under our belt. And change number 5 that I made to my diet was creating some simple structure in my nutrition lifestyle. It eliminates a lot of the stress from the dieting process. It makes it pretty mindless for the most part. And of course, it's all about incorporating your favorite foods that you absolutely love and enjoy. Just about each and every day, there's gonna be 3 meals that I have. For breakfast, I love having the shake, and that shake has changed over the years. Like different kinds of, it used to be just kefir in there. Now it's 1 cup kefir and 1 cup cashew milk, or it used to be 1 cup almond milk. Now I'm mixing in, like some days it'll be almond milk, some days it'll be cashew milk, some days it'll be almond and coconut milk in there. So just finding different ways of making that shake, getting some variety with that shake. I have started adding maca powder to that shake in the past almost a year now, some cystanch in there. So just finding different things that I'm adding in there, but it's always an ass load of spinach in there and a banana. The second meal, eggs, veggies, oats, and berries. Again, little subtle adjustments that I've made to that over the years. Sometimes I'll add cacao powder to it. I'll add some cystanch and some black maca powder to it as well. And then the third meal I have is the plain Greek yogurt along with some frozen berries. Sometimes I'll add some peanut butter to that, or almond butter. Sometimes I'll add, again, some black maca powder or some cystanch to it as well. So different ways to kind of just add some variety to it. Again, it's going to depend. Like if I'm trying to get lean, chances are I'm not going to add some almond butter to that because it's going to add 100 to 200 calories there. So I may just go with the plain Greek yogurt and the frozen berries. So most of the time, those are the meals I'm going to have. Yeah, some days for variety, I may just have eggs and toast instead of eggs and oats. And yeah, just mixing it up from time to time, just spicing things up, adding different meals in here every once in a while just for variety. But keeping that simple structure in there has really made it pretty mindless for me. And again, they're meals I look forward to each and every day. When it comes to dinners, there's probably about 7 to 10 meals that I have that I rotate through from week to week. There's some meals that I have the same multiple times throughout the week. I absolutely love salmon, sweet potatoes, and veggies. That's like a staple to me. I typically have that twice a week. Sometimes I love it so much, I'll have it 3 times per week. I love the chicken fajita dish. There's just, again, certain staple meals that I'll have more often than others, but just simple rotation in there. And I have been taking some cooking classes to try to spice up my meals, add a little bit more variety in there. It should all be, your nutritional experience should be fun, enjoyable. So it is like making it into a learning experience, getting creative with it can be very helpful while still having that structure throughout your everyday life. Trying to simplify the process for yourself. So you don't have to think about what am I gonna have for lunch today, what I'm gonna have later on. It's basically the same most days out of the week, and you just get your variety from the dinner meals. And those are the 5 most important diet changes that I have made during the past few years to get lean and stay lean after 40. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, do me a favor and share it with them. But more than anything, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback on today's video. And before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.